They've been the lifeline of our journeys, connecting us to places and experiences and memories. But have you ever wondered why your passenger train might get held up while a cargo express zooms by? Delayed for hours, stuck on the tracks. It is frustrating, isn't it? Is it a waste of your time? Yes. Is it a loss of your money? It probably was. So what is the solution? The Modi government devised an interesting solution to address this problem and propel our economy onto the fast track. Hello and namaste, I am Richa Divedi and you are watching NIJ Explained. Today, we will explore the dedicated freight corridor, a project aimed at boosting the country's railway infrastructure, a sector that had been long overlooked. What exactly are DFCs? Imagine superhighways exclusively for freight trains, separate from the regular tracks. They are part of a visionary project by the Indian government designed to revolutionize the railway network. In the railway budget of 2005-2006, the then railway minister announced plans for dedicated freight corridors in the parliament. The idea was great and it gained momentum since there was a need to address congestion and inefficiencies in the whole railway system. On October 30th, 2006, the Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India Limited or DFCCIL was established to spearhead the planning, construction and maintenance of these dedicated corridors. The project received a boost in April 2005 when it was discussed at the Japan-India Summit meeting, resulting in a cooperation agreement for feasibility studies and possible funding. But, why did it take so long? We will talk about this later in the video, but before that, let us understand why the need of such corridors arises. Well, think about it. Major cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Howrah, connected through the Indian Railways Golden Quadrilateral, make a huge chunk of railway traffic, yet they face congestion due to mixed passenger and freight routes. The diagonals, Delhi-Chennai and Mumbai-Howrah, cover 16% of the route, but carry more than 52% of passenger traffic and 58% of revenue-earning freight traffic of Indian Railways. This leads to delays and inefficiencies, causing losses in both time and money. The Indian Railways has witnessed a substantial decline in its freight traffic share over the years. Starting from 88% in 1950-51, it plummeted to a mere 26% in 2021-22. And this decline in freight traffic share has been a considerable setback for the railway system. It has impacted its revenue generation and overall operational efficiency. Not just that, this has put a massive strain on national highways along major corridors. The national highways accommodate nearly 40% of road freight, despite comprising just 0.5% of the road network. This has led to substantial losses in terms of congestion, wear and tear, and increased logistical challenges. And that is why there is a pressing need for dedicated freight corridors to reduce the burden on existing railway networks and road transportation routes.
डेडिकेटेड फ्रेट कॉरिडोर के इस प्रोजेक्ट को 21वीं सदी में भारत के लिए गेम चेंजर के रूप में देखा जा रहा है.
Initially, the project faced challenges, notably in land acquisition, causing slow progress. However, post-2014, there was a remarkable shift in pace due to various proactive measures. The Modi government took strategic steps, including increased fund allocation, stringent monitoring, and streamlining land acquisition processes. This led to a remarkable boost in the implementation of the project. The Prime Minister, Cabinet Secretary and Railway Minister actively monitored the progress, ensuring timely completion of milestones. The dedicated freight corridors not only improve efficiency but also boost the economy. How? Note what happens here. Once major routes are decongested, transportation of goods becomes faster, and this in turn benefits industries and improves logistics across the nation. With faster, more efficient freight transport, the DFCs enhance the supply chain, making transportation cheaper and more reliable. And the good news is, a considerable portion of the project has been completed, with over 77% of the work done across multiple states. The project, which covers 9 states, 77 districts and 11,000 hectares of land, gained significant traction and witnessed a notable uptick in the number of operational trains on the newly commissioned sections. In financial year 2022-23, the Indian Railways achieved its best ever performance in freight loading. Clearly, this was a tangible impact and success of the Dedicated Freight Corridor initiative. Before we look at the current status of DFCs, let's quickly look at the top 4 design features of the Dedicated Freight Corridors. To withstand heavier loads and higher speeds, the permanent way has been constructed significantly with higher features. The trade of major equipment, including transformers, auto transformers, and other conductors, will be allowed and supplied as per international specifications. A notable accomplishment lies in the transfer of 50% of such equipment under the Make in India project. TMS, or Train Management System, has been implanted in a centralized location. The new 32.5 axle load system has been implanted compared to the present 22.5 ton axle load. This whole project showcases the vision of the Indian government to prosper the Indian economy in the near future. Moving on, you'd want to know where we stand today. Well, the eastern and western dedicated freight corridors are well on their way, covering substantial ground from Ludhiana to Dankuni in the east and from Dadri to JNPT in the west. The total length of the East Dedicated Freight Corridor is 1,337 kilometers. The EDFC starts from Ludhiana in Punjab and extends to Dankuni in West Bengal. Western Dedicated Freight Corridor, stretching across a distance of 1,506 kilometers, it embarks on its journey from Dadri in Uttar Pradesh, winding its way to the bustling port of JNPT in Mumbai. The 811-kilometer stretch from Rewari in Haryana to Mehsana in Gujarat has already been completed. More than 90% of the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor project is committed to completion by 2023, and the final stretch of the corridor from Vaitrana to Jawaharlal Nehru Port will be completed by 2024. Impressively, over 77% of the project is complete, covering 2,196 kilometers out of the total permitted length of 2,843 kilometers. It is operational in several states like Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. Looking ahead, the Indian government has ambitious plans for the expansion of the railway network with the development of 3 new dedicated freight corridors. The East Coast Corridor is 1,115 kilometers long and spans across West Bengal, Odisha, and Andhra Pradesh. This corridor is strategically planned to run parallel to the existing Kharagpur to Vijayawada coastal railway line. The proposed East-West corridor stretches across 1,551 kilometers, covering 5 states: Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and Maharashtra, from Bhuvsal all the way to Dankuni in Bengal. The North-South corridor, covering a proposed 975 kilometers, will link Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh, from Itarsi to Nagpur and Vijayawada. The DFCs are upgrading the whole transportation game in India. They are shaping India's economic growth. So the next time you board a train, remember, behind the scenes, dedicated freight corridors are reshaping the tracks of progress in India. If you liked this video, do give it a thumbs up. Until next time, this is Richa Divedi signing off. Dhanyavad and Namaste.